185 members out of the 1,000. One of you guys are going to be drawn to come and fish with Crown Royal, just like we did today. Stick around. Next week, we're going to be in the Florida Keys. Tailing bonefish, lemon sharks, and baby tarpon on the inlets. We'll see you next week. Thanks for joining us.
Team Outdoors has been sponsored in part by Millennium Twist Fishing Systems, the system used by the Crown Royal team. By Mossy Oak Camouflage, it's not just a passion, it's an obsession. By Harvest Calls, makers of the Negotiator. By Fine Line Marine, for all your boating needs. By Slam Gear, apparel for anglers. By DK Flatwoods Camouflage, you can't see it to believe it. By Rhino Choke Tubes, chokes for the serious hunter. And by Ashford Spring, makers of the Edge System convertible camouflage.
Thank you very much.
He hit really soft, barely hit it. Barely touched it. And I caught him right on that point. We'll need the pliers for this one. You could barely tell. He didn't feel a hit, so they're probably hit. It's almost like he tried to swallow it. He didn't. Look at that. That whole hook's buried. It's going to be kind of painful, Mr. Fish. I'm sorry. Try not to touch his gills. Okay. That's one thing a lot of people do when they catch these fish. They don't take in consideration that just by touching the gills, you know, that fish is more than likely going to die. So I try to be real careful when touching those gills, and a lot of guys just take the hooks and rip them out. It's not bad. Get off of this point. We'll bag up and try it again. My name is Bruno, and I'm fishing with Dan on Outdoor News. It's about the same size. I wonder if it's the same fish. Come on now. Mouthful of hooks there. Look at his coloration. They're up shallow. Let's go try to further the monster. I got a couple small ones, but they're here. I'm gonna troll on around you. Hi, we're here on Morse Reservoir with Dan fishing, and we run up on a young gentleman that's caught a catfish. Can we see that? What are you using?
Chicken liver.
All right. Hey, Murray! You old hound, you?
All right, how are you doing?
All right. You guys caught many today?
First one the whole day.
All right. You gonna keep them?
Ain't got nothing to put them in.
Okay. Well, I didn't mean to come up here and disturb your fishing water. We just want to get a good look at it. You guys fish here often?
Yeah.
So you do pretty good with catfish around here? Chicken liver. Great, great. Hey, thanks a lot. We'll see you later. I am. There we go. Now that's a Lake Morse bass. Come on, baby. Come on. I'm gonna let you go. That's a Lake Morse bass. Instinct told me to go ahead because I know they're there. And instinct told me to put that popper down. It may be getting a little too late in the day for a popper. And those fish are feeding off of minnows, so when I go back to crankbait, sure enough, that's a Lake Morse bass. So I'm fishing here with Dan Palmer, Morse Lake. Oh, this is a little better. Good 3 pounds. Now, see, you ever see what I meant? They try to swallow it. See? They're trying to swallow it whole right off the back. That's why you're not really feeling a hit. Kind of feels like you're getting hung up. I could win a tournament on this spot right here. I really believe I could. There's another one, Dan. Nice, healthy fish. There's another Lake Morse largemouth bass for you. Good 3, maybe about 3 pounds. We're gonna put this fish back in the water and try to get another one. My name's Bruno. I'm here with Dan Palmer. We're on Morse Lake in Cicero, Indiana. And today's a beautiful June day, which Dan and I got together and decided to go out and do some fishing. We've been here we're on a point on the north end of Morse Lake. It has a lot of laydowns, and we're probably in about 6 to 9 feet of water. And what it is, this flat is a flat that's on a point that's dropping off into the channel. And the bass are positioning themselves. Some are on the break, and we're finding larger bass up in the wood, up on the bank. And we've caught 6 or 7 fish here in the last hour and a half, 2 hours, so it's been a very good morning to start out with. We have about 70-degree weather. It's overcast. The sun's trying to peek through. And the water color is a stained color, and I'd say the water temperature is just at about 68, 69 degrees. What I've been using here is a Spro crankbait, which is the Spro slow floater 25, and it goes down about 6 or 7 feet, depends on what size line you're using. I'm using 12-pound P-line floor clear on a Bird Earhart cranking stick and a Shimano Corrado bait casting reel. And what I'm doing is throwing right up in between the wood and slowly cranking this thing back out to the boat with pauses in between. And what the fish are doing, the bass are hitting this lure not like a normal crankbait where you feel it hit. They're just stopping it, almost like they're swallowing it whole. And our 3 casts, I think we've gotten 2 fish and 3 casts, and they just stop it. So what they're trying to do is swallow this bait whole, which lets us know they're up here feeding. So what we're going to do here is we're going to continue fishing this wood. We've tried to slow it down a little bit with plastic worms, and that we didn't pick up any fish. So they're on a crankbait bite, and we're going to see if we can catch us 3 or 4 more fish off this point here before we move on. Hi, my name's Bruno, Greenwood, Indiana. I fish the BASS Western Invitationals full-time as a pro. I'm here with Dan Palmer on Outdoor News, and we'll be right back after these messages. Dan and I just saw a large one flop the top water, so we're going to try to catch it. It's been many times I've gotten sick on the water from not eating after being out on the water 8 or 10 hours. So one thing you want to do is try to make sure you bring a sandwich or 2 and something to drink. Keep yourself hydrated so you don't get dehydrated. And maintain your energy level. Get a sandwich or 2 midday, eat you something in the afternoon. Make sure you drink plenty of fluids and water. And that way you have a great day. Hate to ruin a good day of fishing, especially when you're catching good fish, because you've gotten sick because you didn't eat. So I'm gonna eat this sandwich here, and we're gonna take off down the lake. Yes, here we go, Dan.